Thank you, Tony. And on to Sir Jeremy Wright, who's the Conservative MP for Kenilworth and Southam. His constituency is in the London to Birmingham part of the line. Morning, Sir Jeremy.
Good morning.
What do you want to see the government decide on the final route of HS2?
Well, I want the government to finish the job. And as you say, my constituency is in phase one, and that means that my constituents are undergoing the pain now of the delivery of phase one of HS2. And they've been told all the way through this project, and keep in mind, it's been a feature of my daily life as a Member of Parliament for nearly 15 years now. They've been told all the way through that the significant local pain they'll be suffering is justified by the significant national gain that building a network of high-speed rail lines will deliver. And I don't think that gain, that advantage strategically to the nation comes from a single line that runs from London to Birmingham. So I think it's important, not just for my constituents, but from the strategic point of view, that we complete the network at least as far as Manchester, and I hope one day beyond that.
Whatever the cost?
Well, not whatever the cost, but I think you have to ask what's changed since June. It is true that the cost of this project has increased. Some of that, I'm sure, is down to bad management. Some of that will be down to the lobbying that people like me have done to make sure that our constituents' pain can be minimised by the building of extra tunnels,
and let's be clear, Sir Jeremy, about what that is involved. It's been, for example,
I think it's important to know why those costs have increased, and important also to ask if the government, as it was in June, was saying that the project should still go to Manchester. What's changed since then? All those extra costs were known about in June. I want to know what's changed since June.
Right, but you have been partly responsible, haven't you, for those costs going up? And one of the most significant is when tracks have to be put underground, because you're one of those people who's pushed for tunnels, and that's significantly more expensive when you have to bury tracks underground rather than laying them on the land.
Yes, that's right. And I'm unapologetic about that, because it's important we balance, as I say, the strategic benefit to the whole nation with the pain that my constituents and others along the route have to suffer. Keep in mind, these are people who are not going to have easy access to an HS2 station. They're simply getting all the interference of the line. But those costs, as I say, were known about, and they are part of delivering responsibly a major strategic transport project in a small and crowded island like ours. So those costs were to a large extent unavoidable. And everybody was saying, frankly, from the start of this project, other than the deliverers of it, that the costs were unrealistic from the start. So we knew this was a big and expensive project. But keep in mind, we have already started. In my constituency, homes have been demolished, trees have been cut down, ancient woodland has gone. All that is done. It can't be undone. We've started this project. We need to finish it in a way that delivers its intended benefits.
And if that doesn't happen, if it is left, because your constituents would still get a faster line, wouldn't they, up to Birmingham and down to London? If it doesn't go any fast, if it doesn't go beyond that, what does it end up representing? Where does it leave levelling up?
Well, first of all, I don't think many of my constituents will benefit from that, because they already have many other ways, more easily accessible ways of getting between London and Birmingham. The time saving involved in building a high-speed rail line between London and Birmingham is minimal compared to the benefits in terms of time savings over longer journeys. There are cheaper and better ways, frankly, of relieving our congestion problem between London and Birmingham. The parliamentary consent for this project, which has always been considerable, the majorities for every legislative stage have been big, but they've always been based on the argument that this is a network that goes at least to Manchester. We've never sold this project on the basis that it was London to Birmingham only, and I don't think we could have sold it on that basis, because the strategic benefits just aren't there, and the price of it would simply be too high. So the government needs, I'm afraid, now that it's begun this job, it needs to finish it. And it needs to get on and deliver high-speed rail in a way that will deliver those strategic benefits it's always said were there.
Sir Jeremy Wright, thank you very much.